If you had told me a few years ago that we'd be getting a traditional sandbox Mario game, I'd tell you to get out. Safe to say now, I'd be eating my own shoes. It's been so long since we've seen one of these games in the series. The traditional exploration-focused sandbox style of Mario games. It's been 7 years since Super Mario Galaxy 2, 15 years since Super Mario Sunshine, and even over 2 decades since Super Mario 64, which basically is saying, this is how we do 3D platforming games now. I remember being so confused with the reveal trailer, way back in January. At first having no idea what this game was, not even knowing it was a Mario game, only to freak out when I saw Mario jumping out of the manhole. So, I'm going to keep spoilers to a minimum here. So, footage will only be from the first few kingdoms, with the exception of New Donk City since it's so central to the game and its scenery. And another kingdom or two, just for exhibiting certain points in my review. The game is really fun. It's a joy to play, and I underestimated how much playtime I'd actually put into the game, especially post-game. The game's really addictive, so much that instead of chores or programming work, I'd rather undock the Switch and play more Odyssey. However, this game doesn't go beyond or above my expectations, even if it is a great game, and you can't really blame that, especially with the hype built up over the few months before the game's release. A disclaimer here? No, I'm not knocking on the game. The game is, yes, weird and unusual, but it doesn't really do anything to majorly surprise me or make me open my mouth in awe. I'm sure Nintendo might do something to the contrary with the likelihood that this game gets a sequel or even DLC. One of the only things I disliked about Odyssey is its insistence on motion controls for Cappy. I would have liked buttons assigned to be able to do things like the homing or circle throw, and you kinda look daft taking a Switch in public, honestly. The bosses feel very underwhelming. Sure, they're simple, but they don't feel very overly challenging or grandiose. Even if you can make up your own challenge yourself. And there's a lot of moons. It's not even funny. A moon there, a moon here, moons everywhere. Even moons that are, seriously, is this even a moon? Moon. I want to give a congratulatory clap to Nintendo for this game. Not because it's so wonderful and fun, but even with the Switch's somewhat low technical specs, it's incredibly impressive how they managed to maintain a near smooth 60 frames per second even in portable mode. At first, when I played this game in portable mode, I thought that was like voodoo magic. We're seeing a return to the Super Mario 64 days, with the amount of maneuverability Mario has being unbelievably varied, and it makes Mario feel so fun and natural to control. It's a design choice I don't see often in games, where the moveset variety can adapt to player skill, and so has Nintendo designed Mario's movement abilities as a tool. By proving you have a mastery of his abilities, you can be rewarded with goodies as well as being able to use shortcuts and learning how to do tricks like maneuvering over the 2D section in Toast Arena ruins. I've seen people pull off really insane tech jumps, despite me being unable to master those moves, not quite fully yet. I'm getting there though. I'm hoping it becomes a mainstay for the series even if Cappy does not return. The main ability provided with Cappy is one of the most interesting and fun mechanics I've seen in a game in a long time. You can even be a T-Rex! The same can be said about the game's variety of challenges and taxes you can choose from for moons, varying from self-contained platforming challenges to puzzles using enemy abilities. You wouldn't be wrong to think that some of these challenges or self-contained areas make the game feel like it's an entire different game at different points. This was a feeling I couldn't put my finger on with the game initially, but it boils down a lot to the charm the game has, the unusual amount of variety in challenges, and certain areas or mechanics feeling so out of place yet complementary to the game's entire design. The game at the same time both feels like and doesn't feel like a Mario game.